Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Jamar here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar here once again. Keeping checking out these videos like I said I was gonna do this week, even though this one's a tad bit late, but I really was just able to watch the episode. So we're here to recap on this week's episode of Bad Girls Club, BGC 16 Social Disruption. And I know I missed the past couple of episodes, the past couple of weeks, because I really just, I finally got a chance to caught up. So here we are. And this is called Hello Goodbye. And a lot has happened since we last communicated, and a lot is still happening. This is definitely like the revolving door of girls this season. Like, people are just, they're not even really getting kicked off the show. Like, the only one that got kicked off, well, no, there were two. There were two people that actually got kicked off the show, and that was Tabitha and Sway. Now, I'm actually kind of mad that Sway left, because Sway was actually one of the people I could tolerate. So, it was sad to see her go. But everybody else, like Kaylee, which I'm not surprised by. Winter decided to leave this episode, thank God. And now, later on, we figure out next week, Adrian's trying to leave. I'm like, girl, why are y'all wasting time, Chad? But we did get a new girl this past episode. Her name is Candace. She goes by Candy. She's our token, well, one of our token lesbians this season. And she's actually really pretty. When she came on a little camping trip, I thought she was really, really cute. And so far, I'm getting a good vibe from Candy. Candy gives me realist. Okay, last week when Winter was messing with her, talking about pour me a drink, and she just helped herself to said drink. And she was like, no, I don't, what? That's why I'm like, this is why people have such a problem with Winter, is because she feels entitled, like she really is above everybody. And girl, I'm here to tell you, baby, that ain't true. Anywho, so, and then when Candace heard about all the stuff that Winter was doing to Kaylee, she was like, oh no. So she thinks she's gonna be a bully. I'm gonna show her what being bully feels like. So she just went there and just started calling her all types of names. Adrian tried to defend her, which, I mean, only a small iota, this is how much I can understand where they're coming from, is like she just came up there talking about, calling her various words like a slut and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, you don't know nothing about that. I guess, you don't know anything about, what she does sexually, which is fine. But we know that people just throw these words around just to throw insults at him. But at the same time, she is a bully, and she kind of deserves all of what she's getting. Because what goes around comes around. You feel me? So, they getting in, the last week's episode ended up with them getting into it, and Candy was just coming at her over and over and over again. And Winter kicking in walls and don't know how to handle it, so she has to go to a hotel. So now we get to this week. And she comes back from the hotel and she decides, I want to leave. And then Candy's like, wait, why are you leaving though? Like, I ain't even touched you yet. Like, basically she's just relishing in the fact that she just got this lady out of here. And I was actually glad, because I was kind of hoping that Winter was going to go home instead of Valadria anyway, because she's not the type of girl I can too much be around for more than 60 seconds without feeling annoyed. So the fact that she's leaving, I'm like, fine with me. It gives us a chance to reset and find somebody new and interesting to watch and put on the show. So Candy calls her ex, and they talk about the whole Winter situation. And her ex is trying to say, oh, you was wrong for that. You was this, that, and the fourth. I don't agree. I don't think she was wrong for that. I think she was just dishing what Winter was giving out. Like, all the horrible stuff that she was doing to Kaylee, and just all the little snide remarks. I'm just like, no. Like, somebody needed to come and put her in her place, okay? Because she feels like she's on this high horse. Somebody need to tear that high horse down, okay? And so you can humble this girl. So, I was all Team Candy with this whole situation. Like, Candy is somebody that I could, mess with in real life. That could be my real life friend right there. So they go to this Cabo, and this is a issue that I've had with some of my friends, or just people that I've been around in the past. So they're going to this cowboy restaurant. I guess they don't able to get the type of section that they usually get. They just get like a regular booth or whatnot. And, you know, Stephanie's like, well, you know, this isn't really, you know, our regular thing, but, you know, I'm going to still eat my food, drink my drink, and turn up and have a good time regardless. You know what I'm saying? And so she's, you know, turning up, she's having a good time doing her regular thing. And like Bernicia, Adrian, or Ryan, whatever her name, Ryan, and I think those are the only two. Like, they were just so black about the whole situation. Like, they just didn't care. They were unenthused. They was like, oh, this isn't our regular section. Like, I'm ready to go and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why did you even come? Like, I hate when I'm trying to go out somewhere and I'm having a good time and the person or people that I'm with are just sitting there so sourpuss and like, I'm ready to go. But I'm like, I'm just getting started and you ready to go. This is why I'm starting to like, whenever I go out with people, like, they need to come in their own car. Because when you're ready to go, you can go and I can stay. So that way you ain't gonna be harassing me talking about, are you ready to go? Like, can we go? I want to leave and blah, blah, blah. And I don't have to feel guilty about being like, look, you just gonna have to stay here and suck it up because I'm not ready to leave. But she was like, who dictates when we're ready to leave? Who dictates when, okay, it's time to go? Because I would assume that they just probably just tell, one of the girls tried to tell the producers, I'm ready to go. But, I mean, is this a unanimous thing? Do we get to vote? Like, how does this thing work? So she was frustrated, and very much so, because I hate when that happens, because it just kills the whole buzz of the night. You got these sourpusses, you got these Debbie Downers in the group with you, and you're trying to go out and have a good time. Like, I hate that. So I was definitely understanding where Steph was coming from with that. So this episode is the best friends weekend, and all the best friends come over. All the girls are being surprised. Now, was I the only one that saw, who was it? Ryan's best friend, and I thought that was Asia from season 12, the one that was messing around with Blue. I was like, she looked just like her. Like, is they bringing her back on the show? But it's turned out she was some other girl. But when they looked at the previews, I'm like, that looked just like, what's her name? I don't know if I was the only one. But if I say it, maybe I'll see it. So they go out with the best friends. And Adrian apparently, you know, as they're coming back from the bus from going out, Adrian gets a little bit too turned up and drunk. And so she's talking about how she wants to throw up. And so the sound guy, you know, doing his job, trying not to mess up the equipment for the show, just says, well, if you're going to throw up, just make sure you take off your mic. And he's like, man, F this mic. Y'all can have this mic. I don't care about this mic. If y'all want this mic so bad, you better come and take it off. I'm like, really? Really? All this energy that you're trying to expose, given this attitude, could have been used to take off the mic and you could have done what you were going to do. Okay, doing all this extra stuff. Talking like you can't take off the mic because you about to throw up. Like, what? Just take off the mic, girl. Sheesh. Giving the crew all this attitude for no reason just because you drunk. And then this carries over into the next day. They go, I believe Z books this yoga class for them. And Adrian's like, she done packed up, got dressed up and everything, just to get out there to the yoga mat beach with the instructor and be like, you know what? I'm not with this. I'm going to sleep. I'm like, if you were going to go to sleep, why don't you just stay home and sleep, girl? That's all I'm telling you. Like, I hate trying to take people out and do things, and they just want to ruin the whole experience. Like, why are you here? You know? And then, okay, so this was like one of the kickers. Like, they get to this yacht, beautiful boat. You know, a lot of the girls have never had this type of experience. A lot of them are a little bit afraid, but, you know, they're going to have fun anyway. And here this girl talking about something, man, I don't give a F about this yacht. This is some bull and blah, blah, blah. This ain't all of that. And we like, we sit up here trying to have a good time. You over here putting out all this negative energy. You guys to go. I'd be highly annoyed. I'd be like, look, you guys see yourself out. Go back home. Get an Uber, get a cab. Do what you got to do, but you got to get the hell away from here. Okay, because you just messing up the whole vibe of the situation going on in the room. You feel me? And all the other girls start noticing. It's just like, why are you here? Like, and they're getting annoyed. They're trying to have a good time with their best friends, but you still got this old Debbie Downer over here sleep while everybody else having a good time. It's like, and if next week's talking about she wants to go home, I'm like, good and bye. Okay, you Winter and Tabitha were instant dislikes off the jump. So I'm back. So we get the two new replacements that are supposed to come in. Cabrina, that's new, and Tiara. We don't get much about them. They both seem kind of cool. Tiara doesn't drink, which is I find interesting. Somebody going into the Bad Girls Club that doesn't drink. I'm gonna see how long that lasts. And Cabrina seems cute. Cabrina changed her wig like 2-3 times at the confessional. I thought that was interesting. But they both look really pretty. We don't get to see much. But for some reason, like Bernicia, when they're coming back from the yacht, she's like, man, I don't really want to mess with no new girls. You know, Candace and Stephanie, the only girls that I mess with. You know, keep all the new girls. I'm tired of meeting new people. I'm just like, but you're gonna. You're gonna anyway, whether you want to or not. So they get home, and it looks like none of the girls are really all receptive to the new girls. They just kind of, you know, the new girls introduce, well, they don't really get to introduce themselves. They just say, hey, ladies, and other girls are just like, you know, they roll their eyes and go upstairs, or it looks like they just kind of ignored them. I'm like, okay, here we go with this whole shtick. But so far, you know, the new girls seem cool at this point. We'll see how, you know, stuff progresses forward. But I'm glad to see Winter's out the house because she was a thorn in my side. And now Adrian's getting on my nerves too. So it looks like she's about to be out next week too. So I'm here for that too. So we're going to do a hard reset on this cast. So it seems like the only original girls are going to be like Bernicia and Z. Everybody else a replacement. Unless I'm missing somebody. After Adrian leaves. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I'm about to go over here and try to record or watch Empire, and we're going to come back for that. So, thank you guys so much for being patient with me. Still standing by and watching, and I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe. Jamar Washington.